Oh, hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of the never-ending boat project extravaganza escapade. Okay, so on this week's video, what we're doing is this. The manual bilge pump on this boat, I discovered, doesn't work. And that's a bad thing because the electric bilge pump on this boat isn't hooked up. And if it was hooked up, it's plumbed to the shower, which drains into the sink, which isn't plumbed. So it would be a continuous cycle of water from the bilge back to the bilge via the shower. So suboptimal. That means I have exactly 0.0 working bilge pumps on this boat. So I'm relying on the old bucket hand pump method, which is clumsy, and you wouldn't want to have to rely on that to keep your boat afloat. So unfortunately, that means that I have to figure out how to disassemble the manual bilge pump and put this service kit into use. I will properly plumb and get the electric bilge pump together at some point. That's probably an off-season project, provided I get this thing going. So if we get at least one proper working bilge pump, whew, that, all joking aside, you really need a functioning bilge pump. It's a pretty critical safety feature of your boat. So don't do what I've been doing, which is sailing anyways with just the hand pump. Get your bilge pump working, folks. Okay, so this is the bilge pump is a Henderson, and the service kit that I am using is double acting Mk V pump. It's made by Whale, but I'm made to understand by the good folks at the local chandlery here, Whitby Marine Services. Ron, you know who you are. Says that this works, so I'm trusting that that's the case. There's lots of bits and bobs in here. It looks like a joker valve. Oh, two joker valves. That makes sense. So anyways, stick around. We'll figure out how this all, first of all, how we get it apart, and then hopefully how we get it back together. Okay? So unfortunately for me, the bilge pump access, it means me getting in a locker. So it also means emptying the locker. So first things first, we're gonna make that space. I should point out that for whatever reason there's no gasket on the outside of this thing, so you can see there the core, the wood core. That's not optimal. I don't know if this is picking it up. This is the guy I gotta get access to. So all this crap has to come out. So bear with me. By the way, this is what I have been relying on. It works well, but it's no good. Or it's not to code. I want to pause for a second, talk about this. This is a hot water heater. Obviously not plumbed, not set up. It's brand new. I don't know what to do with it. Do I really need a hot water heater? Probably not. Would it be nice? I guess so. But I actually haven't even filled the water tanks of this boat yet, so anyways, it's just one more thing to take out of the locker every time I need to get down there. Okay, so welcome to my office for the next little bit. I'm hoping you're going to be able to see this. That's what I need to take apart. How I'm going to do that remains to be seen. I came down here to see what I need to do this work. So I need flatheads to take off these hoses. I need spider removal surfaces. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts holding it on, and that's it. Pretty straightforward. All right, let's get going. Okay, so I'm gonna wear this stupid head thing to try and give you a POV of the nastiness that I'm dealing with. I hope it works. All right. Glamorous stuff, right? All right, so first we're gonna take off these hose clamps. Hopefully that just comes right out. Oh, I can see one of the joker valves there. That's cool. Oh, this guy. There's a problem. I can already see. Can I? No. All right, so problem number 1. Well, that's too big. That's a bummer. Hopefully my metric ones go smaller. Looks like it does. This one or this one. Too small. Just right. So remind myself to flip this guy around. Okay, so now it's about getting these 4 bolts out. Question is, can I get to both? Oh yeah. Hold that there. Okay, sorry about the low light, or potentially low light environment down here. So yeah, like I was saying, this thing doesn't look a million years old. It's definitely newer than the boat is. The boat is a 1985, and this is definitely newer than that. So why it's not working is a bit of a mystery and a bummer, because I could think of sexier ways to spend 200 bucks than on replacement parts for a bilge pump. But like I was saying before, it's a critical safety thing, so better take it seriously. I can already see a problem. And that problem, well, maybe I won't need to mess with this, but it has these C-clamps, C-rings. I don't know what you call them. They're C-shaped rings that hold that pin on. And I can tell just by looking at it that I need a specialized tool, which I certainly do not have on board right now. So this this video may get paused while I run to Princess Auto, which is Canadian for Harbor Freight, and buy the tool that I need. But I'll see. I'll try taking it apart as best as I can, and see what's up. Self-priming, it says. Open. So there's a ring there. This thing does not seem like it's in bad shape, which is making me question why it wasn't working. Except for the fact that it was installed backwards. Because that arrow is going this direction, which means, at least as far as I know, I'm going to check the instructions here in a second. So that tells me that the flow is going this way, which would mean that it should be installed like this. But that's weird because then you're pumping up. And I know for a fact that it was installed this way. So that's mystery number one. And interestingly, when I was trying to use it, what was happening was the bilge was, I'd put some bilge detergent in there and filled it up to try to clean it out. And instead of emptying it, it made bubbles, which makes sense if it was installed upside down, because it was putting air into the bilge, thereby making bubbles. And I'm no West Ham fan. Little Premier League joke for you there. Let me just look at the instructions. Ah, these are very helpful, and I'm so glad I forgot my reading glasses. So, the picture is of a different looking pump. Yeah, that's different. So, what have we got here? Is there enough to do 2 of these things? Limited warranty, okay. All right, well, let's start by pulling these things out. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about to take out the 8th and final screw. I spared you that indignity of watching. Okay. You know, this thing does not seem like it's in bad shape. It's not cracked at all. That joker valve looks like it's not in the greatest shape in the world. Like, I can see light through it. But do I care? So actually, here's something interesting. So I'm thinking that it got pulled apart and then this got put on backwards, right? Because it was like this and it was like that. When really, all I have to do is flip it like that, do that, and maybe Bob's your uncle. Okay, so before I go to town here replacing anything, because this stuff was not cheap, let's have a gander, shall we? So I'm going to reinstall it such that the outflow is pointed in the direction that I think it should be pointed in. And since I'm so clever, hardy har har, hopefully it'll fix the problem. Let's find out. Get in your home. Alright, this part's boring. I'm going to put it all back together and then we'll come back for a test, okay? Okay, so I've got it back together what I think is the right way, and we're going to put this system back together. But before I do that, I just wanted to say a big thank you to our sponsor today, Cold Delicious Beer. Without cold, delicious beer, sailors everywhere wouldn't be able to get the critical jobs done that they need doing. So thank you, Cold Delicious Beer. You are truly the unsung hero of the sailing community. Obviously, Cold Delicious Beer is not sponsoring this video. I paid for my own Cold Delicious Beer. But if you are watching and through some miracle, the great algorithm in the sky brought you here, consider subscribing. I'm very close to that target that I've had now for a while of 1,000 subscribers, which will allow me to earn up to tens of dollars a month, which will buy me Cold Delicious Beer and give me the fuel I need to keep this project going. So thank you, beer, and thank you, viewer. We're getting it done. All right, let's go put this thing together. Okay, so it's all back together. You can see it there. I think you can see it. And fancy gasket installed, kind of poorly, but it's there. We'll fix that later. So now we're going to do a test, and the test will be to fill up the bilge with some water and then try pumping it out. So let's do that. I have a very scientific method to test this theory of mine. Bilge doesn't look so bad, right? I already did a job of trying to clean it out, but now we go again.
A few minutes later.
Okay. I'd call that plenty full. So now the test of all tests is we see if water will come out. So here's the test.
A few moments later.
I can hear water. Oh, I can hear it working. I can feel it working. Okay, that's it. I'm not getting any more pumps out of it. Let's see what she looks like down below. Not bad. I am the smartest man alive. Because I know how arrows work. Anyways, okay, sorry it wasn't more of a presentation on how to actually disassemble and reassemble one of those kits. But I'm pleased with that anyway. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.